Is it real, the Atlanteans?
The Atlanteans were, it's not a myth at all. And to give you a short answer as we are coming to, let's check a little beep here, we've got a few minutes. It looks in the larger scheme of history that it was, you are familiar with the Anunnaki?
Yes.
And you understand that Anu is the chief emperor god, and he had two sons, one legitimate and one illegitimate, to use those terms, an heir and then a consort son. He sent both of these sons to earth, and it's these two sons that have become the god and the devil and the whole mythology of religion on earth. But they are simply beings, and they fight because they are half-brothers over who will run the earth. So each one is the devil and Satan, or Lucifer, name-calling. And it was one of these brothers, Enki. One brother was called Enlil, and he became the Jehovah Yahweh, God of the three religions, and he wants to be worshipped as one God, and he is the commander of air. He runs the spaceports from Earth and other empire colonies to Nibiru. They are always after resources. Then the other brother, the brother by consort, he's not the legal heir, Enki. He's the one that ran the genetic engineering with his sister out of Africa, East Africa. And it is Enki who became the, let's say, founder of Atlantis, Poseidon. And the myths and stories about Atlantis, a lot of it is speculation, a lot of it is projection fantasy, but underneath there is a truth that Enki was in charge on Earth of an advanced civilization that used crystals, that used gemstones, that used energy. And it's not the way you picture it, because people today will project and say it looks like this. But was it real? Yes. The Atlanteans back on the planet using their juju magic, again with genetic engineering and all manner of things like this? Absolutely. What was it that ended Atlantis? It had a number of self-immolations, failures. In the end, it was the flood, the changes, the big earth changes that destroyed Atlantis. But it would be the empire that was part of Enki's empire. To say it was here or here or here is somewhat of a misnomer. Why? Because Enki lived, he is still alive. He ran things for hundreds of thousands of years on Earth. His brother Enlil became the religious head, ran things from space. And so there's no prime location. But Enki had laboratories and various facilities all around the globe. To some extent, this is what the fight is over in the Middle East, some remnants of old places. Certainly, Enki's main laboratory, at least as the genetic engineering went, is in East Africa, where lots of contention goes on. Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, that whole area by the waters there, Victoria Falls, Upper Nile, it is ripe area. AJ